Hey, this is Liv again. So I've just been reading Luna, which is a really awesome book, and I'm way late on the uptake. It's like for young adults, and everyone I know has already read it, basically, or at least any trans people I know have already read it. But basically it's about this male to female teenager who, and it's just basically about her like process of coming out and her friends and her family, and it's from the point of view of her sister, her bio sister, and I was just reading it on the train on my way back from work, and it really, I don't know, it really speaks to me. It's like a little too close, at least to be reading on the train. I don't know, it's like a really great book if you haven't read it yet and you're into trans issues, which you probably are if you're watching this. You should check it out. And yeah, I mean, I've read Butch Blues, which is also fucking amazing, but it's less about a trans person, more about just trying to survive as a butch lesbian in pre-Stonewall days, which is also a really amazing book, and I cried a lot. But I read it before I was really out to myself as trans, so it was, I guess, had less of an impact on me. But I don't know, Luna is just, it's a little too real in my situation, even though it's a male to female and not female to genderqueer. And it made me really think about how the prospect of me transitioning would affect my sister, and my girlfriend and all the people in my life, and yeah, not necessarily in a bad way, but just affect them more than I really realize, because I don't know, I don't think about it as much as I think about how it affects my own life, I guess. But yeah, it's a really good book. I'm like 70-80 pages in, so I'll probably continue to find it amazing as I finish it. And yeah, as for updates go, I'm just continuing to think about all the things that are included in a transition for myself as a genderqueer person, whether or not I want to change my name, how to go about top surgery, and whether or not hormones are an option for me, whether I am interested in them. At this point, my thinking is that I'm not interested in them, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day who used to identify as female to male and now is back to using female pronouns, although she still considers herself trans, and we were just talking about the parts of taking taking testosterone that we find appealing is bulking up and maybe passing as male when we felt like it, or when it felt right to us on a particular day. But there's so much more going on in hormones than just bulking up. There's hair growth, not to mention emotional and less visible aspects of it, which I guess I don't know all of, because I haven't really talked to anyone who has been on it for a while about it, just because people I know who have been on testosterone for a while, I'm either not that close to or just don't see all that often. So if anyone watching this would like to chat or respond to this about more of the effects, that would be cool. I mean, I've watched a bunch of videos about the effects, but I don't know. Yeah, and then the other part of the possible transition that I may eventually want to pursue is top surgery. And I think it's more relevant to my life right now. I do bind, although it's difficult because I'm a double D cup, which is very difficult to hide, even with multiple binders. And I do pass as male sometimes, but I guess not as often as I would like to. And I do identify as genderqueer, not a guy, but there's some sort of, I don't know, like safety and comfort that passing as male brings, because I don't pass as just your average female. I don't like to. I never have. I've always been a tomboy, and so I guess I find more comfort in passing as male than female. Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, it's just, I know that people who aren't tuned into trans issues, or who are transphobic, or who are homophobic, find people who don't fit into either, you know, stereotypical woman or a stereotypical man. They're afraid of people who don't fit into those, and I am one of those people. So I guess I find comfort in passing as one or the other because of that, because of other people's responses, not because of my own feelings. Anyways, that's all I really had to talk about today. And this is by far my longest video yet, so any response to this would be much appreciated. If guys are on T, or genderqueer people who are on T, or male to genderqueer, male to female people who are on hormones, want to respond to this about their experience with hormones, or the other way, people who aren't on hormones and don't plan on being on hormones, what they think about it. Anyways, so yeah, so thanks for checking me out. Talk to you later.